I'm here in the middle of nowhere. There is no there, it is cold there, but I am safe and I am warm. Although it's hard, I know I gotta keep up. No time to lay, to drift away. I find my space, I spend my time down the rabbit hole again. And as I fall, I can feel the pain. You can't tell me where to go, so I don't know, I just go with the flow. I go with the flow. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above just like below, and I don't know where I should go. Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo.
Hey dolls, I'm Sheenam Inferno and welcome back to my channel. The festivities never end in India, especially in the fall. I don't want to miss out any chance of glamming up. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. As always, I will be priming my skin with Guerlain or primer. I have held hard to this primer and never switched it since the day it has released, and now I'm thinking of trying a new one. If you have suggestions or want me to try something particular, please feel free to comment below. Today I'm using YSL All Hours Foundation, and if you have seen my previous videos or my Instagram stories, you probably know how much I love this foundation. If you want to know my full opinion about this foundation, I will link below my video where I used and reviewed it. If you like my videos and if it is in any way helpful, please show some love and support by subscribing to my channel and hitting that notification bell. There is so much content bursting in my head, and each subscriber is an indescribable motivation. This is a full coverage foundation, lasts me all day and has the most amazing second skin finish that I live for, as I don't like a matte mask. Needless to say, the shade range is pitiful, and Yves Saint Laurent, being as massive as it is, has no reason to come out with not enough shades, especially in the deep spectrum. My applicator of choice is a damp beauty blender, and the most important trick to get a perfect base is to blend like there's no tomorrow. Bounce and push the product into your skin to make them seamless, and spend time doing so. The better you get at blending, the better you get at makeup. By the way, please read the tips and side notes on the screen, because those are some really helpful tips that will help you through, as there's not enough time in the video to pick up and talk about everything I want to. I try to make these videos as informative as I can, and I genuinely want you guys to learn from them. For the concealer, I'm using NARS. I'm going with it under my eyes, my chin, the nose, forehead, and eventually I will be prepping my eyelids for the shadows with the same concealer. And make me happy by following me on Instagram at Sheenam_Inferno. If you like a really cool and colorful account, you will definitely not regret following me. Once again, I will be using a damp beauty blender to blend the concealer, and also to press in RCMA No Color Powder, wherever I have highlighted, except the lids. I'm using just enough powder to set my highlighted areas to keep them crease-free. Remember, I'm leaving the rest of my face untouched without powder for now and allowing my foundation to dry naturally. For the brows, I usually go with Inglot AMC Brow Gel in 21. But for whatever reason, whenever I do Indian, I prefer darker brows and I prefer brown. Except the color, my brow routine is exactly the same. I outline my brow very close to my natural shape and fill them in with differential pressure, deeper towards the tip and lighter as you move towards the nose.
Too much. What's there left to say? Throw your stones the river. Like me it drifts away. I would watch you stare. I would watch you stare.
Today, the eye makeup is a little bit more advanced and the result will highly depend on your technical skills. I wanted to show and talk you through the process in detail, so we will be accomplishing only half the eye in this video and finish the rest in episode 2. The first shade I'm using is a dark green called Inside Job from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. This is going to be my crease color and I'm picking it up with a tapered blending brush and packing it in with dabbing motion instead of sweeping it back and forth. The reason I'm using it before my transition is because, in my experience, we always get a more solid, bold payoff from a dark color like this if we start packing it in before the transition and work the rest of the shadows around it. Don't worry about the precision right now. Just make a half circle with it, but do not go all the way up to the outer corner of the eye. I did purchase all the 4 palettes in the Vault collection, and Dark Magic is my top pick, and I will tell you why. If you want to buy one amongst the 4, go for this green palette. Getting straight to the point, the biggest problem I have with the palette is the inconsistency. Some shadows are really good and some shadows are outright useless. I will be using an olive green shade called Potion from the same palette as my transition, and this is one of the best performing shadow in the collection. Pick it up with a standard blending brush, little at a time, and start blending it in with the dark green. All you have to do now is blend. This step requires patience and time, so go slow and be light with your hand. Hold the brush far from the barrel and allow it free movement. You might need to go back and forth with the dark and light green to create a seamless gradient. I feel the Dark Magic palette is the best performing palette out of the 4, and it is also one of the most unique. Almost every brand has palettes with red and purple color stories, but there are very few palettes dedicated to greens. I will also like to touch upon that how reasonable or pricey these palettes will be for you largely depends upon which country is your shipping destination. I got the full wall shipped to Ukraine for myself, and the total with shipping was around $60. I was trying to get another wall shipped to India, and the total was coming out to be almost $83. I think either way it was a great price point for 4 palettes. Had all the shadows performed equally well, but that's not the case. I will use LA Pro Girl Concealer with a flat brush to cut out an extended crease with a wing. Right now I'm only mapping out the crease with a larger brush to hasten the process, and later you will see me going in with a pencil brush to clean out the edges. You will notice that I will only cut the crease and not cover the entire lid with the concealer, as our lid color is very deep. If you will go in with a light lid color, you will have to clean out the entire lid with the concealer.
When the world is tumbling down, I will be the ground that breaks your fall. I'll save you from it all, no. Through the fire we will go, underneath the sparks we glow. Take a chance, we don't have long. We'll be burning on and on.
This is all for today. Keep yourself subscribed and notified so you can catch up with episode 2 to complete the look with me.